Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is July 15th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at how to make money with vertical spreads. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, from a market perspective, we got S&P 500 rallying nicely as you can see here. And we got Nasdaq. Nasdaq is on a tear. It's going higher as you can see here, and we got Dow Jones Industrial Average again doing very well, as well as Russell 2000, which is doing great as you can see here. Mainly markets are going up because last year 2022 was a down year, and we are now trying to recoup some of those lost values, and stocks are trying to go higher. And also, as many of you know, Fed might increase rates by maybe two times 25 basis points, and they might hold it there for a moment and may not increase the rate for a while. That's why market is kind of trying to go higher slowly but surely. So with that, let's jump in and see how to make money by selling spreads, uh, basically vertical spreads. So with that, let me take you to one more site here. Look, from a market perspective, we are in the greed mode, extreme greed mode. As you can see here, we are at 80 extreme greed mode. Earnings season is just started. I could see us going to maybe a greed mode here around say 75, 70 as we go forward. So that's why you got to be slightly careful. All right, so now from a options perspective, you could use a very a free screener, which is barchart.com. But if you want to really get a little more information and get rid of those nagging advertisement, you could subscribe to barchart premier. It's a good service. It's about $16 or so per month. I think it's well worth it, because it's got a lot of these scanning available, which is very useful. So with that, let's look at the bar chart premier, and if you have it, you could follow along. If you don't have it, you could get the free trial. They give a free trials for 30 days, which is a great deal. So with that, look, from a filter perspective, I will walk through my current filters. You could do something similar. And my screener, I call it stock option active, RSI less than 55. So I want to make sure that when you really sell put credit spreads, and even buy call credit spreads, or buy call debit spreads, you want to make sure RSI, or relative strength index, is not overbought. So that's why we want to make sure RSI is less than 55, meaning there is more room to run for the stock. So look, I will walk you through my filter so you can get some good idea. From a filter perspective, I want to make sure I don't want to look at very small cap stocks here. That's why I said last price is over $50. I want stable stocks. I'm not here to really speculate aggressively. Instead, I want to follow the strategy day in and day out and make some consistent income. That's why I want to make sure the last price, or the stock price, is more than $50. Because we are playing options and spreads, it's you don't need to pay too much money. Rather, go after the safety. That's why I like to look at price more than 50. And I keep other things empty, most of them, as you can see here. But look, market cap, I kept it $30 billion or higher. So I want to look at stable companies, because I do a lot of stock options trading and vertical spreads day in and day out. I don't want a weak stocks to jeopardize and have a negative impact on my portfolio. And look, I kept a volume empty as of now, because sometimes when you screen this on a regular trading day, if you put some volume high number, you may not get any filtered, you may not get any result. That's why I kept volume empty for now. As you scan through here, all these are empty as you can see here. I want to make sure in my filter view I can see all these columns. That's why I kept it empty as of now. Most importantly, as you go down here, look, I got one more thing down here, which is 14-day ATR. ATR or average true range is very important, especially when you are trading options or even buying stock. You want to make sure stock is moving. That's why I make sure average true range in last 14 days is over 75 points. That means the stock is moving at least 75 cents on a daily basis in last 14 days. Very important. That way you don't get stuck with the stock that's not moving. As you go down here, most of these are empty. Look, I have an overall opinion buy. So when you are really having a bullish strategy, you want to make sure uh, you want buy or greater. So looks right now it looks like I don't have any criteria here. I just want to see what's the overall opinion. That's why I just left it as it is, as you can see. And then we got a few more very important look from a volume perspective. 1 month average stock volume more than 500,000. I don't want to trade low liquidity stocks, which is not worth your while. If you want to really consistently make income, I suggest you basically start with a 1 month average volume over $500,000 or even 1 billion. That will give you some great stocks. All right, so with this, I think I will go into one more thing which I did not talk through here. Look, we got here one more thing here, which is 14-day RSI. I want to make sure the 14-day RSI or relative strength index is less than 55. I want to look at stocks which are beaten down. So with that, look, as I screen this here, let's look at the screen results here. Look, we got some great names here. We got AMD, which is one of my favorite stock of late here. AMD, as you can see here, right now, let's do one thing. Let's go into one more view here. So we look at less information. Let's go into stock option view here. Look, AMD right now relative strength index 14-day is 53 and 5-day relative strength index is 64. That tells you AMD is gaining momentum because it's going from 14-day RSI 53 to 5-day RSI 64. It's gaining momentum. Look, a lot of analysts are following the stock. We got 27 analysts following it, and nice volume, as you can see here, call volume, put volume, nice put volume, and put call volume ratio is 0.46. That tells you there are more call option buyers than put option buyer. Very good. And put call open interest is 0.95. That tells you right now more call options contracts are held with more call options, which is great. And look, total open interest, total OI is 2 million, which is great. And IV rank is good. It's you could sell some premium here, put vertical spread and make some good money. And look, earnings is coming up 8-1, so you got to be slightly careful. But a stock like AMD with the Lisa Su at the top, I'm not too much worried. That's why I basically, if I like the stock, I'm not too much worried to sell, put great spread. And trend, from a trend perspective, look, it's in a whole trend right now. And from an opinion perspective, 96% buy from a technical perspective, which is great. And then we got a few more, as you can see here. We got Cisco. Off late, Cisco looks like got beaten down here, and $50 stock right now. And look at that RSI. Look, RSI in 14 days is 47, and RSI in 5 days is 37. Stocks like this, as the RSI falls below 50, like Cisco as example, that will grab my attention. I typically do something, a trading with such stocks here, so that way I can take advantage of low price, the the weak stocks from a RSI perspective. In the stock market, like many of you know, very good way to make money is to buy low and sell high. That's why I give importance to relative strength index to really tell me, is the stock oversold. If the RSI is less than 55, I would say it's in the range of oversold territory, and you could deploy some options trading strategies to take advantage and go from there. And look, we got few more here. My favorite stock here, Palo Alto Network. Palo Alto Network, look right now RSI is 52 in 14 days, and look at that RSI in 5-day 42. Look, Microsoft is coming up with the security offerings at the edge. That's why stocks like Palo Alto and CrowdStrike, all these stocks are coming down off late. It's a great time to really take advantage and sell some put spread, and also we can buy some call spread, basically finance the money received in the put spread. We can finance a call spread and make some money if the stock goes up aggressively. And I love Lilly. It's a great stock. As you can see here, Lilly is also from an RSI perspective, it's 50 right now, which is good stock to really basically sell some put spread and also buy some call spread and make some great money. And we've got a few more. You get the idea. I like these stocks here. Look, this screener just came up with 23 results, not too many. And I'd love to look at these names and go from there. And look, I got multiple views here. And look, we got a few more names as you can see here. And look, I have multiple views here. If you want to look at little more detail, I go into my filter view. In the filter view, you could get a lot of information. Look, in the filter view, I've got a few more things here. I got sales. Look, there is a nice $23 billion in sales. So I know from an annual sales perspective, AMD is doing great. And look, from a sales growth perspective, nice 43% sales growth, and profit margin is 33%. Great. It's a nice profit margin, as you can see here. And we got a few more information here. Looks like earnings per share came down last time. That's why it did not do well after the quarterly results. Net income is great. PE is relatively slightly high, but not super high, and so on and so forth here. So with that, what I would do is I would deploy some strategies here. Let's go into my platform here, which is Thinkorswim platform. Look, in Thinkorswim platform, I can bring up the chart here. Let's bring up a chart, which is AMD. All right, so we got AMD here. Look, AMD we got an 18-month chart here. Stock went high, as you can see here. Now it's taking a breather, and look, there's a nice support level somewhere around 100, as you can see here. And with that in mind, like we talked about, earning is coming up in August 1st, and from a IV implied volatility perspective, look right now the IV implied volatility is trying to go higher. It's trying to go above the historical volatility. That's a good sign here. From an RSI perspective, momentum is picking up. That's a great story. And from a MACD perspective, look, the red bars are becoming slightly shorter, and the blue line might cross over the orange line or yellow line. That's a bullish sign here. So everything checks out here. Let's go in here and go into trade tab. Look, right now we got multiple choices to make. I would probably go into 62 days out at this time here. Typically, I love to look at the monthly expiration cycles. We have one right here in August, and we got one in September. At this time, I would like to go to September, so that way we got some more time on our side here and go from there. And look, right now I would go in here to 100, and I would sell a put trade spread here and just a vertical spread. Uh, we are selling at 100, as you can see here. That's where it's -1. Short strike is 100, and I will buy back 90. So it's a $10 wide spread. And look, I'm receiving a nice $48 credit for this. As you can see here, $1.48, which is $148. And what I could do is I could go in here and I could go into analyze trade, as you can see here. And let's go here. I will remove all these things here. And let's go here to my AMD trade. And I would go here and say set slices to break even and 916. I would go on top here and I would say 917, so that way I can look at profitability. All right, 916 right here. All right, look, we got our chart here, and you could click on this button here and go to fixed Y scale, and you could just pull it up here so you can see it properly here. There we go. Look, we got our chart right here. Great. Look, from a profitability perspective, look, break even. The probability of breaking even is 98.68. It's a great percentage. As long as AMD stays above, look, we got our break-even point right here. If it stays above around 97 something, we'll break even. Let's put a click here. So if it is above 98.48, we'll break even. It's a great strategy here. So you will get some good money here. So we could go into optionstrat platform, which is one of my favorite platform here. Let's go right here to optionstrat. All right, so let's go to optionstrat. I will close this out here, and we could go into AMD. Look, I got here AMD. Let's remove this for now here. Let's remove, and I would remove this fall also. All right, so we got our 90. So our expiration date is, before I go here, look, what I'm doing is I'm going here, build and a bull put spread. So we got AMD here. I'm selling 100, as you can see here, 100 strike and buying back 90. And let me just pull this slightly so you can see it properly. Look, I'm basically making $148. That's our net credit. Margin required is $1,000 and max loss is 852. Look at the chance of profitability, 81%. Great. So this is a great strategy. And look, as you look through the chart here, I will take you to the chart. As you look through the chart of AMD, let's go in a chart here. Look, it's trying to go higher. I could see the momentum here trying to go higher. Look, from an RSI perspective, momentum is there. So at this time, instead of just selling a put spread, what I also want to do is I want to take the money here and finance and buy a call spread. So I would go here to the platform here and go right here to option strat. I would build one more strategy. You could say I want to do a bull call spread. Look, we got AMD here, same expiration date, September 15th, and I would add a bull call spread. Right now, stock price is 115, as you can see here. So what we'll do is we'll basically buy a 120, we'll buy 120 and sell a 130, $10 wide spread, or you could even do a $5 wide spread, 120, 125. Look, for this spread here, you are actually paying $178 net debit, and max loss is what you paid, which is 178. Chance of profit is 40%, as you can see here. So now what we'll do is really we will deploy both of these strategies. So what I would do is I would go back here and go to option flow. Let's build the combination strategy here. I will start with the bull put spread, and I would put AMD here. All right, so AMD bull put spread, and we are doing a $100, which is short strike. We are selling a put option, as you can see here, at $100. We are collecting $2.42. At the same time, we are basically buying back 90 strike put option. So we are collecting $148, as you can see here. So what we'll also do Many times one of the reason just don't I don't just do put spread is just to make sure I also participate in the upward momentum of the stock. If you just sold a put credit spread, you would get $148. But the thing is, the money you received will stay as it is. If the stock rallies uh, beyond uh, uh, beyond the current price, you would not make money. That's why what I would typically do, I would take this money and finance and buy a call spread. So what we'll do is we'll go here and buy a 120, 125 call spread, which is out of the money. I can click on it here and I would say, let's see, right click here and buy, say 135 call. I would just do, instead of 135, I would buy a 120 call and I would sell a 125 call. Let's click here, sell 125 call. Look, right now what we've done is we got some money by selling put credit spread. As you see here, if we go back here, we sold the put credit spread and brought in $148, as you can see here. At the same time, we also, chance of profitability for this one is 81%, as you can see here. At the same time, we also sold a call credit spread here. Let's go here. Look, we sold a call credit spread and actually we bought the call debit spread here. We paid $178 and look, our max profit is $322. So that way you can participate as the stock goes higher. Chance of profit is 40% on this one, and we're combining both here. That's where this strategy is. We are selling a put credit spread here, and we are also buying a call debit spread. So that way now our max profit is $470 and our net debit is $30. Max loss is 1030, as you can see here. For the stocks which are showing some momentum, this is a great strategy where you finance your call option purchase with the money you received from the put option purchase. And AMD, I'm a little more aggressive on this one here. If you're aggressive like me, you could do one thing. You could go here and bump up your short strike call, to 105, and you could bump this up to 95. Now look what you're doing. You're basically making some money. Your net credit is $43. You're getting money. At the same time, look at your max profit. Your max profit is $543. So instead of just selling the put spread here, if you deploy this strategy here, where you are selling a put spread, you're taking that money and you're buying a call spread, you can really increase your profitability greatly. So this is one of my favorite strategies, especially for the stocks which are beaten down. So look, as I go back here to my bar chart screener here, look, all these stocks are beaten down here. Look, all the way from Cisco, AMD, Boeing, Palo Alto Network. Keep watching here. Let me go back to a stock option view here. Keep watching the relative strength index here. Look, all these are beaten down here. RSI is below 55. You could do this strategy for many of these names here. I love doing this for a stock like AMD, Boeing, Palo Alto Network, CrowdStrike, which is one of my favorite, and you could do same thing for Lilly. I would stick with the great quality stocks here, and go after those and make some good money. That's one of the reason what I also have this filter view here, just to understand the quality of the stock. If I go back to my filter view here, look, I got a few more things going on here. I want to make sure the annual sales is great. That's why I got annual sales here. So look, AMD, I'm not too worried. $23 billion annual sales. Cisco, $51 billion annual sales. Great. Boeing is also great. So I would love to do this on companies that are making money, and more importantly, with the nice annual sales growth. Look at this annual sales growth here. If the sales growth is positive, that tells you quality of the growth company is great. And look, we got profit here, profit, we got here profitability. So that way, these are good quality companies. If you see negative in the profitability, like CrowdStrike, sorry, PG here, you could avoid such names from this strategy and go after the positive profitability and make some great money here. So with that, we'll end here. Thank you so much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.